He served his country in Iraq as a staff sergeant for the Army. Now retired, he's taken a different career path.
I went to a Best Buy one time, swear to God, I was buying something for my brother, and I just happened to be wearing a blue shirt. And I was looking at something for my brother, and this other customer comes up to me and goes, "Hey man, I got a computer question." And I'm like, I don't work here. He's like, "I know."
Thom Tran started the GIs of Comedy tour with 4 other veterans. He joins us this morning on the Curvy Couch. Good morning to you, Thom.
Good morning,
Hey, Thom.
How does comedy help you get through the rigors of war?
Comedy is a very simple equation. It's tragedy plus time. I got shot in the head in 2003. I think it's time to laugh about that. So we take a lot of tragedies that we have. I mean, you see a guy slip on a banana peel, it's funny. Not at that moment.
See a guy shot in the head?
Funny.
It's funny.
It's
I love it.
remarkable.
I love it.
You created this group, the GIs of Comedy, and what prompted you to get all these guys together and start doing comedy for other members of the armed services?
I was doing a benefit for the Bob Hope USO out in Los Angeles, where I live. And I met all these comics who I found out were veterans. And I was like, you guys are hilarious. You're also my brothers in arms. So let's get together. There's never been a tour of just stand-up comedians who are just veterans performing for these guys overseas.
Let me say this. Stand-up comedy is incredibly difficult to do. People boo, they heckle comedians all the time. Do you get a pass, though, from your brethren as you're up there?
Point.
If you tell kind of a weak joke or you tell something,
No.
do you get a pass at all?
You don't?
They're way harsher. The worst laugh in comedy is when you tell a joke and bomb, and the only laughter you hear is your 3 buddies in the back of the club. That's stunk.
But I'm guessing incoming sniper fire prepares you rather well for the disappointment of an audience.
Which one is more terrifying, combat or stand-up comedy?
I would say stand-up comedy. Absolutely. I faced a battalion of Iraqis. There are few things that I've found more scary than just performing for 3 people in a club
All right.
in Alabama.
Then look into that camera there and tell us a joke.
Okay.
See how difficult it is?
Can I tell you how much comics hate that?
Exactly. That's the worst thing in the world.
Well, my comedy's very organic.
Yeah.
There's more like telling stories. Some of the guys do one-liners,
Okay.
punchlines and stuff like that. But I tell this story about how when I work in Hollywood as a military consultant, I get typecast for these roles as a certain kind of Asian soldier, but I understood that growing up. I was made for those roles. Like if I played cowboys and Indians, one guy would be a cowboy, one dude would be an Indian. I was always the Chinese guy that built the railroad. That's just how that works. I understand that.
It worked.
Well, I mean,
delivers.
it's great. It's great what you guys are doing. Obviously, laughter is the best medicine for everything, and I'm so glad that you're helping your fellow soldiers.
The website have tour dates?
Absolutely. GIsofcomedy.com.
GIsofcomedy.com.
There's a link to our Facebook, too, on there, so...
Fantastic.
We'll get it out there.
Thom Tran, thanks for
Go
being
there and
here.
like them.
Thanks.
Tom,
Tom,
thanks so
thanks
much.